off the mark. Tricity Eagles bowling here. First bowling conceding a boundary. Oh, that was close. That was close. What an could have been a run out on the second ball. Amur Falcons running it tight between the wickets. Could have been a chance for Tricity Eagles to grab their first wicket. Amur Falcons is already at 5. Swing and a miss. Four balls into the over. Amur Falcons is at 6 for no loss. Narayanan Hariharan and Sriraj SN batting. The striker side is Narayanan Hariharan. Sudhi with the ball up with a beautiful outswinger. A swing and the miss for Narayanan Hariharan. 5 balls into the first over. 6 runs for Amur Falcons. Narayanan Hariharan on the striker's side. Sudhi with his ball. Another swing and another miss. A beautiful outswinger by Sudhi. End of the first over. It's 6 for no loss for Amur Falcons. So they made a beautiful comeback in the last 4 balls. Wrapping up the run at 6 runs for no loss in the first over. He came up with a couple of beautiful outswingers. Total misses for Narayanan. Prajit. Prajit brought into the attack by the captain of Tricity. Prajit to Sriraj SN. Commencement of the second over here. More Falcons is at 6. A beautiful ball. Sriraj is settling in control. Leaving risky balls. Leaving no room for Prajit. The second ball, up it goes for 4 over long off. Beautifully hit it over the circle, over the field, right, over the circle. It was an amazing shot. Easily picked up, put it safely over the head to the long off for a 4. Amur Falcons moving to 10. A beautiful comeback by Prajit. A very good length delivery. Sriraj looks calm and composed. Three balls into the second over. Amur Falcons is at 10, maintaining almost 6.6 run rate throughout. A beautiful shot. A beautiful shot to 4. Sriraj is in control, hitting Prajit to the boundary. A beautiful top over the point guy to the deep backward. What a beautiful shot. Sriraj seems to be in total control. Prajit into the attack with his fifth ball. Another beautiful hit. What a beautiful shot to the deep fine leg for a 4. Between deep fine and square, he finds a gap and hit it directly to the boundary. Sriraj seems to be in total control. Prajit seems to be struggling to find ground here, to find stability against this batter. Already into the fifth ball of the second over. A wide ball. The pressure gets to Prajit. He bowls a wide. He's desperate. The team is desperate for a wicket here. They cannot let Sriraj settle down. And Sriraj seems to be in control. Prajit has to wind up this over and preferably get a wicket. Another wide. A good example of how the pressure situation is getting into the bowler. Back to back wides. Prajit has to come back. Oh, another boundary to the deep long leg. That was unfortunate. Prajit was about to find redemption with that last ball. Unfortunately, it had a slight edge, which took it back to 4 boundary line at the deep, long leg. At the end of second over, Amur Falcons is at 24 for no loss. Narayanan Hariharan on strike. Oh, beautiful hit. What a pull shot that was. That was an amazing shot over the deep square leg. It's a maximum. What a beautiful shot. Now Narayanan Hariharan is also finding his ground, getting into a stable position. Now it's getting more dangerous for the Tricity Eagles to see both of these batsmen under control. Oh, another beautiful shot. But there's a third man over there and he gets the ball for a single. They have to settle for a single. But nevertheless, the scoreboard is ticking. Sudhi with his third ball. They have to find a breakthrough here. Both the batsmen are trying to settle down and they have settled down to an extent. The team has to find a breakthrough. Tricity Eagles has to find a breakthrough here. Another single at the long off. Score moves to 32 for no loss. It's 3 balls into the third over. Oh, again, an outside edge, but it takes all the way to the boundary at the third man. Sadly, there's no filler over there who can stop that boundary. It was quick. Tri-City Eagles struggling to stop the run, run. The run flow here should be stopped by Tri-City Eagles. The top bowlers must bring some breakthrough at this point. Narayanan Hariharan in total control, gaining ground here in this ground against the first match. 4 more Falcons against Tri-City Eagles here. It's 5 balls into the third over. Beautiful game ongoing here. The team is playing sensibly, rotating the strike and hitting boundaries at constant intervals. It's already 36 for no loss at the end of 3 overs. Constantly increasing the run rate. Amur Falcon seems to be in control today after the first 3 overs. The attacking bowlers of Tri-City Eagles must find a breakthrough. They must tear into this opening partnership. Both Sriraj and Narayanan Hariharan seems to be in total control. Tri-City Eagles has brought in a spinner. They're trying spinners into the 4th over of this match. They need to stop the run flow. Somehow they need to find a breakthrough. Sri Rajasan on the striker's side. Shankar brought into the attack. A beautiful ball. Doesn't matter. Sri Raj is composed and in control. Rotates the strike back to Naran Hariharan. Tried to pull it right to the fielder at the mid wicket. What a sweet sound of ball hitting the bat, the sweet spot of bat. A beautiful noise. Everybody in this ground enjoys today. Sri Rajasan is trying to take his time to understand Shankar. The change in pace, the change in bowling brought in by Tricity Falcons to make a breakthrough. Sriraj is composed, not trying anything adventurous here in this ground against Shankar. He is studying the bowler. Oh, he hits it top, lands safely in front of the fielder at the deep cover. It could have been worth taking a risk, maybe diving, even if conceding was four. If a four was a possibility, he could have done that because the batter has already settled down. Somehow they need to find a breakthrough, get these batters out. The more they let them stay, they are gaining traction. Shankar was brought in to do exactly that, to find a breakthrough, and he's struggling in trying to do exactly that. He has bowled a couple of beautiful balls, and he needs support from the fielders as well in bringing that breakthrough. 3 balls into the fourth over. Oh, change in pace. Change in pace. He was bowling a good length delivery for a spinner. Another beautiful delivery. Oh, hits it hard. It goes all the way over the deep extra cover for a maximum. What a beautiful shot that was. Naran Hariharan was waiting for that ball. He has waited patiently for that ball to happen. He has left balls in. He doubted of. And he picked up the right one and hit it for a maximum over the deep extra cover. What a beautiful shot that was. It's 4 overs already. Amur Falcons are at 47 for no loss. They're cruising with a run rate of 11.75 with a projected score of 212. Sudhi brought back to the attack. They're hoping that the change in pace would do something magical. Making the necessary fielder adjustments, hoping for a breakthrough. Sudhi here, he has to make something happen here. Oh, beautiful ball, beautiful change in pace, a wonderful delivery. Srirajasan was not in total control of that ball. It actually drifted to the person in the cover, falling right in front of him, though safely. Could have gotten out. Another ball, another single. Sriraj strikes the strike, rotates the strike, gives it back to Narayanan Hariharan. Tricity Eagles is trying change of pace to confuse these batsmen who are already in control. Oh, that was quick. What a beautiful delivery that was. A good length delivery, cruising through the offside. Could have taken an edge off, but the batsmen are in control. They need to struggle, really struggle to take the first wicket, take the breakthrough. Sudhi understands the task ahead. He is bowling where he should be bowling. He is trying to bring the necessary change in pace to confuse these batsmen and make the first breakthrough. Hit it over the top of the point to a boundary. It was air in the air for some time, but unfortunately there was no fielder anywhere near the deep point or extra cover. Oh, beautiful ball, beaten the batsman completely. Sriraj SN could have been in trouble with that ball. So he makes a huge effort in trying to get that wicket, and unfortunately he was not successful. Score most of 51 for no wicket at the end of 5 overs. Gentlemen, the first game of Turn Season 1 presented by Crick-It, sponsored by Meridian and Golden Cube. Fighting against each other here in this very ground. Beautiful green lush ground of Rajagiri, Amur Falcons and Tricity Eagles. Into the 5 overs, Amur Falcons is at 551 for no loss. Cruising at a run rate of 10.2. Another beautiful ball. A beautiful, good length ball cruising towards the offside. That was unexpected by Narayanan Hariharan. He's trying to comprehend what just happened in that ball. Jacob Devosi into the attack. Another ball, another unexpected bounce from that ball. This time it didn't bounce as he expected. Narayanan Hariharan is confused. He's inspecting the field, inspecting the pitch, trying to understand the nature here. Jacob Devosi is bringing in the fresh bowling style into the attack. Again hits it over to deep backward for a boundary. Tricity Eagles struggling to contain runs in this field. The batsmen are finding gaps everywhere. There's a change in pace tried by Jacob Devosi. Unfortunately, that goes wide. 3 balls into the 6th over. Amur Falcons at 55 for no loss. Captains, please note, Narayanan Hariharan has already faced his 16 balls and Sriraj is at 17. That goes. That was a wonderful chance. It was tough indeed. It was tough. But considering the batsman, the team could have given it all. Narayanan Hariharan hits it. Hits a boundary at the deep cover. There was a fielder. There was a fielder over there. It was a tough call. Captains, please note, as per turns rules, a batsman is allowed to face only 25 balls. There he goes. Another beautiful shot to deep mid wicket for a boundary. And Hariharan moves to 31 in 18 balls. Sriraj SN at 23 in 17 balls. They know exactly the format in which they want to play this game because they have got only 25 balls to play. Jacob Devosi in the attack into the sixth ball of the 6th over. Amur Falcons is at 64 for no loss. A beautiful game, a controlled detonation conducted by Narayanan Hariharan and Sriraj SN. They understand the format in which they have to play because they have got only 25 balls to face. They're utilizing it to the maximum. There's no wonder the run rate is at high because they know exactly what they get and what they have to deliver. For each batsman, it's like a short format cricket match and they have to hit maximum runs in that 25 balls which they get. There's no room to settle down. There's no more balls to say next ball. They have to give it all in the first 25 balls which they face. Tricity Eagles struggling to contain the run rain here. Narayanan Hariharan Sriraj N looks to be in total control. Trying to bring Arun Jacob brought into the attack, trying to find a breakthrough. Slow balls. The batsman nevertheless rotates the strike. There was a single in the deep cover point. There was a wide. Into the third ball of the seventh over. Arun bowls a wide. A big swing and a miss. Again. Again a wide. Tricity Eagles must contain their extras. It's a short format game in one sense, considering a batsman got only 25 balls, and they'll try to hit their maximum, and the bowlers must be able to control the extras. And that, guys, was hit over the long off for a maximum. Naran Hariharan has hit it over the long off for a maximum. Arun Jacob concedes a 6 in his third ball. Three overs into the seventh over. Amur Falcons is at 73 for no loss, cruising at 11.23 run rate. Another swing. Looks like it will go for a boundary or the deep square leg, between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. That was an extended shot, not playing right beneath his eyes. Nevertheless, he finds a boundary. Naran Hariharan moves to 41 runs in 22 balls. Only 3 more balls left for this batsman in this format, in this match. Oh, what a ball. What a scoop that was. A beautiful scoop. It was a long leg, straight fine leg. He finds the boundary. The score moves to 45. He got 2 more balls to face in this match. Is he going to find his first half century? Is he going to put the record straight? The first half century of Turn Season 1 presented by Crick-It. Got 2 more balls. I want to eagerly find if he finds his first half century. Naran Hariharan, ladies and gentlemen, is at 45 runs. Sriraj SN at 24. He got 6 balls to face. Both these batsmen are in amazing control. Tricity Eagles are struggling to find ground here. They are struggling to get a breakthrough in this match at this point. Oh, hits it hard. Is it? Yes. Safely lands into the hands of the fielder at the mid wicket. Narayan Hariharan. Sriraj gets dismissed. What a beautiful innings. A beautiful innings comes to an end. He had got 6 more balls to face. He could have done wonders. Sriraj departs after the first, after 7.1 overs. Jacob Devasi finds the breakthrough in the end. They need to tackle these batsmen early on because they have got only 25 balls and they'll give it their everything. We need to find out how this change, this particular rule, how it's going to affect the scoring tactics of each team. This change in batsmen brought in by this rule makes it difficult for to understand how the dynamics of the game is going to happen. Jacob Devasi, after finding the first breakthrough, tries to find another into the second ball of the over. Akash into the attack. Akash at the striking end. A beautiful shot to the cover. Jacob finding his rhythm. A wicket and two back-to-back dot balls. Devasi is trying to bring Tricity Eagles back into the game. A single conceded in the fourth ball. Amur Falcons is at 82 for one wicket. It's Narayanan Hariharan facing his last two balls. As per rule, you have to rotate the batsman after 25 balls. Oh, beautifully hit. His 24th ball for a single. He is at 46 runs. Will he get the first half century? What a beautiful ball. In swinger. Takes the stumps right away. Agash sent back to the pavilion. This has been a breakthrough over for Tri-City Eagles. Jacob Devasi coming back in force in full swing against Amur Falcons. 2 wickets down. Amur Falcons has lost 2 wickets in this over and they are awaiting only one single ball for Naran Hariharan. And after that delivery, he has to go back to his pavilion and Amur Falcons has to send in another batter. That's the dynamics of this rule. We have to see how this plays out and how the team strategizes on this rule, how they are going to navigate this change. He is into the attack right away. Jacob Devasi to or his second ball. Slow ball. Again. Picked it once again over the top of the long on fielder for another maximum. Akshay is not hesitating. He's going all in. Jacob Devasi must find his rhythm back. They have bowled a couple of beautiful overs and they have brought in the necessary changes they wanted to see in the batting order. Unfortunately, they are not able to capitalize on that change. Jacob Devasi must find his rhythm back against Akshay. Maintaining a consistent run rate around 10 runs per over. Amur Falcons is at 98 for the loss of 2 wickets. And the replacement of one batsman with a 25 ball rule. It's a beautiful shot once again. There are no fielders in that area, but that was beautiful fielding. Stops this boundary near the third man. A deep backward. No, that was huge. Over the boundary, over the fence it goes. We need to see if we have to replace those ball. Akshay seems to be unstoppable. Jacob Devasi has conceded at least 3 sixes in this over. He needs to find his rhythm back. He needs to get Akshay out of the picture to bring in stability for the team. That was a beautiful ball. Again, the keeper misses it. Will it go for boundary? It gets saved right next to the rope. Beautiful running in between the wickets. Secures 2 runs easily. Good ball that was. Unfortunately, the fielders are not able to support the bowler at this point. Oh, beautiful shot. Another one. Is it? Yeah, it just lands safely in front of the fielder at the long on. An expensive over altogether. Amur Falcons at 109 for 2 wickets at the end of 10 overs. This 25 ball rule is forcing batsmen to go all in. They are considering, or the attitude towards batting is as that of a short format batting style. They are trying to hit it maximums. They are trying to bring in as much run as possible within that 25 balls they have got. Anand Somashekharan at the striker's end. Akshay at the striker's end. Akshay is playing at a strike rate of 262 runs. He's already at 21 runs in just 8 balls. Faisal brought into the attack by Tricity Eagles, trying to induce leg spin, trying to induce a change with his legs break bowling. Faisal into the attack into the third ball. Akshay is swinging all and giving it his all. Faisal has been good with his balls. Easy double. That was a mistake from the fielder. A misfield cost them 2 runs. Could have easily avoided even a single run in that ball. Unfortunately, Team Tricity Eagles hits it really hard. Akshay doesn't wait over the top. Lands it safely in the hands of the fielder. Akshay should depart. The fielder gets an easy catch on the long on for Akshay. Long off for Akshay. Into the 10th over. 3 balls into the 11th over. Amur Falcons is at 1-1-3 at the loss of 3 wickets. Thomas Martin, the new batsman, new batsman for Amur Falcons. Thomas Martin is the new bowler. Faisal to Thomas Martin. Wide. Took his stumps off. Faisal bringing in the necessary breakthroughs for Tricity Falcons. A move Falcons loses the fourth wicket. Tricity Eagles celebrating their fourth wicket. Thomas Martin departs. With his new rule book of 25 runs per batter, the teams must find a strategy to make the new batsman stable and controlled. At least the first six batsmen, they need to make them in control. So they have to balance between the short format style and the stable batting style. What exactly happened with Amur Falcons here was the first two batsmen were really in control, pumping up. Four balls into the 11th over. Faisal is bringing in fresh new spirit into Tricity Eagles spirits. Seems to be a wide. Faisal is bowling continuously in that length to confuse the batter. He is conceding a couple of extras, but that's okay. He has brought in necessary changes in the batting order. Another beautiful over. Wrapping up the 11th over, Faisal has contributed a lot to Tri-City Eagles in this match so far. Giri into the attack. Giri is the new batsman for Amur Falcons. Vinay Alex Prasad brought into the attack for Tri-City Eagles. Right arm leg break. Another leg breaker. Spinners are doing the magic for Tri-City Eagles here. Off the mark, Giri starts with a single. The fielder tries but in vain, goes for a boundary. Towards the fine leg. Somshegaran finds a boundary against Vinay. Plenty of runs to play in the direction that he wants. Vinay is struggling to find the right pace for the batsman. Not give him enough time to hit where he wants. And this time, Anand has put it around the cover into the boundary safely in a gap. That was quicker, but again found a beautiful gap towards the deep point. Finds another boundary in this over. Anand Somashekaran now leading the controlled detonation for Amur Falcons, finding back-to-back boundaries here for his team. Another one towards the deep point, deep backward. Punching his way into a single. Vinay against Giri. Taking back-to-back singles, no hesitation to rotate the strike. A beautiful strategy indeed. A single towards the gully. Amur Falcons is not wasting any time. They are at 131 for 4 wickets at the end of 12 overs. Captains must note that only 6 bowlers will be permitted. No, that was a mistake. എടുത്തോണ്ടായല്ലോ. Amur Falcons is rotating the strike. Trying to settle themselves down. Measuring the bowler. They're taking singles for a controlled batting. Not trying to lose any more wickets at this point. What a beautiful shot that was. Cut towards the third man for a beautiful boundary. Beautiful shot was. Very stylish. Giri off the mark with his first boundary. Three balls into the 13th over. Tried for a single, but wrong call. Five balls into the 13th over. Amur Falcons is at 138 for 4. Hits it hard towards the long on. Lands safely with the fielder for a single.
That is huge. Out of the park for a maximum. Tries for the cut shot. Couldn't get bat to ball. It's beautiful bowling there from Shankar. Tossing it up and beating the batter. All ends up. 14 overs done here. And Amur Falcons 148 for 4. That is huge. Out of the park for a maximum. Top shot there. Meaty connection there from the batter. And Anand Somashekaran races to 30 runs off 14 balls. Again, same place, same result. Anand turning the heat on here. Couple of huge hits, and it is 12 already of the first 2 balls. And remember, he is hitting the best bowler of the bowling side. 36 of 15, and the score jumps to 160 now. Sensible play here. Short ball up in the air and taken. He made the catch look so easy, but it was not. Great catch there. And that is end of the day here for Giri as he walks back to the pavilion. And again, Faisal striking for the bowling side again. He's notched up 3 wickets now. And all 3 top order batters. Amur Falcons 161 for 4. And they're scoring at a run rate of 11 runs per over. They won't wind the wickets here. Anand Somasekaran batting on 37 of 16. He's got 9 more balls to go. Faisal 3 for 28. He's bowled 16 balls, conceded 28 runs and notched up 3 wickets. Newman and Crick-It, the left-hand batter. First ball, tries for an expansive drive. Couldn't get the connection he would have intended to. Last ball of Faisal's spell. 3 for 28. Can he finish it off well? What a beautiful ball, and that sums up his day today, Faisal. 3 for 28 runs off his 3 overs. And Amur Falcons 161 for 5. Three overs left, and Anand Somasekaran batting beautifully today. Has 9 balls left before he will be forced to retire. It's a good shot. Trying for the second run. Not interested. So we'll stay a single. Prajit back into the attack. It's a good connection there. Still be a single. Move Falcons 162 for 5. Goes for the big heave. Couldn't get the connection that we would have wanted. It is well bowled there by Prajit. Again, the big heave, but this time the outside edge comes into play and it is a boundary. Amur Falcons will take it anyway. 167 for 5. And Anand Somasekaran races to 42 of 19 balls. 6 legal balls left for him. Again, the big hit looks like an action replay of the previous ball. Same spot, same result. And Amur Falcons now 171 for 5. And Anand Somasekaran 46 of 20. He's got 5 balls. Can we see the first half centurion of turn season 1? This time off the middle of the bat, and it is a boundary. Half century there for Anand. And what an innings this has been. Calm, composed, and elegant. 50 runs from 21 balls. And that is the first half century of turn season 1. Amur Falcons 175 for 5. And 2 more overs to go. Anand will get 4 more balls before he will be forced to retire. Current run rate at 11 runs is what Amur Falcons is scoring per over. The projected score nearing 200. And there is a penalty now for the slow over rate. Only 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. First ball, and that is huge! Out of the park. Straight into the Rajagiri building. What a shot that is from Pratyut. And Priya joins the party with Anand. He says, you can hit, I can hit too. Again, an expensive drive. Not the connection he wanted. It'll still be a single. Brings back the dangerous Anand back into strike. Amur Falcons cruising at 182 now. Goes for the expensive drive. The keeper was fast to stump, but the leg stays inside, so he survives. 3 more balls to go. For Anand before he will need to walk back. Short ball. Plays the shot a bit too early. It'll still be a single. Good over this for Amur Falcons. They get 8 already with 2 more balls to go. Is up in the air this time. Should be taken. And it is clean catch there by, I think it's Vinay. And that is the end of Priyat. More Falcons will not mind that. And that is 100 career wickets for Arun Jacob. First ball goes for the heave. Will just be a single. So 17 overs done here. Amur Falcons 184 for 6. 6 legal balls left in the innings. And 3 legal balls for Anand, who's batting at 51 now. Shankar into the attack. Bowls well. Restricts it to a single. Only 4 fielders outside the circle due to slow over rate from Tricity. Let's put them in a spot. Only 4 fielders outside the 30th circle and a spinner operating in the final over. Brings back Anand to strike. Quicker delivery. Steps out, misses it completely. And that is well done there by Jisto. Good keeping, and that is curtains for Anand. He's played really well today. 51 is what he has scored. This is the first half centurion of the day and for turn. That is very well played. So Tri-City pulling things back. What projected to be 200 at that stage, and now Amur Falcons 185 now with 4 more balls to go. Will take some hitting to reach the 200 mark. Short ball. Wide signal by the umpire. He'll have to bowl that again. That's well bowled again by Shankar. And the next batter walks back. So Tricity doing some late cleanup here. More Falcons 188 now. They lost 8 wickets. Was the second wicket for Shankar. He's bowled well today. In a game where the economy rate itself is very high. He's managed to keep it down to 8.5 and over. So 2 more balls to go. 188 for 8. Short ball. Should have put that away. But 2 new batters in the crease means he gets away with that ball. But he'll have to bowl that again. And in the middle, very good thinking there from the batters in the middle. They sneak in a single. That is a wide. So effectively 3 runs scored without a ball being bowled. Can Amur Falcons get into the 200 mark? Pitched up. Tries for the big hit, but couldn't get the connection he wanted. Still be a single. So the last ball coming up. Again pitched up. That's bowled really well. Will they try for the second run? Throws at the striker's end. And the batters run out. So they get just a single. The final ball. So that is the end of the first innings. Amur Falcons notch up 193 in their allotted 18 overs. And Tricity Eagles will need 194 in the allotted 18 overs to win this match. They got some big names in their side. We'll have to wait to see the chase coming up.
Amur Falcons wraps it up with 193 at the loss of 9 wickets at the end of 18 overs. The first match of turn season 1 presented by Crick-It, sponsored by Meridian and Golden Cube. In our first match, Amur Falcons scores 193 for 9 wickets at the end of 18 overs. Tricity Eagles had won the match and elected to bowl first, conceding 193 runs at the end of the first innings.
Players, please take to the field. We are running short of time here. The allotted break time is over. Both the teams, please take to the field as we want to start the second innings. The much awaited chase here. Can Tricity Eagles chase the big target down? Anything is possible for a tournament of this quality and a beautiful Rajagiri ground. Players, please take to the field. The umpires are already on the field. We do not have time to waste. Fielding team and the batters, please take to the field.
Players of Tricity Eagles to bat. Amur Falcon players are already on the ground. Batsmen of Tricity Eagles walking to the pitch. The second innings. Tricity Eagles batting in the match between Amur Falcons and Tricity Eagles. The first match of Turn Season 1. Presented by Crick-It. Sponsored by Meridian and Golden Cube. Here at Rajgiri Stadium. Jacob and Sriraj beginning it for Tricity Eagles. Sriraj on strike. Over the leg side. Tries for a flick. That was a beautiful save by the keeper. Jacob, Devasi and Sriraj on strike for Tricity Eagles. Sriraj on the striker's end. Anand Somashekaran with the ball. Swings it. A huge swing. A slower ball. Not bounced too much. Misses it completely. Sriraj misses it completely. Could have been a sixer, but beautifully bowled by Anand. Third ball of the over. Hits it high. Will it find the maximum? Yes, it goes over the top of long off. Finds the maximum. Sriraj off the mark with the maximum. Fourth ball. Beaten the batsman. Four balls into the first over. Tricity Eagles is at 6. A misunderstanding between the batters. A wrong call. A close call back at the wicket keeper's side. The batsman barely makes it. Five balls into the first over. Anand against Sriraj. Swings it again. Doesn't found much bounce. Sriraj misses the ball. The end of the first over. Tri-City Eagles is at 6 for no loss. This is the second innings, ladies and gentlemen. Tri-City Eagles had won the toss and elected to ball first earlier. They are batting against a total of 188 runs. Jacob Devasi on strike. Shailesh. Shailesh Mohan, right arm fast bowler into the attack. Jacob Devasi on the striker's end. Hits the ball right to the mid off. No runs conceded. Another drive to the mid off. No runs once again. Shailesh Mohan has been successful. Hello, hello, hello. Mashe, cheta, boy. Hello, hello. That was a catch. Unfortunately dropped Could have been the first wicket for Shailesh Mohan. Fourth ball into the second over. Tricity Eagle batsmen are trying to gain control. They're trying to settle down. Amur Falcons putting up a fight here. Beautiful fast bowling. Shailesh Mohan with another banger. 5 balls into the over. Tricity Eagles at 7 at no loss. Only a single runs conceded in the last 5 balls by Shailesh Mohan. Beautiful piece of bowling. Long run of beautiful action. What a wonderful view this is. Shailesh Mohan, right arm fast bowler. Again, Sriraj R on strike. Oh, beautifully hit. Beautifully picked it up. Over to the fine leg for 4. One wrong ball and it off the goes it to boundary. Sriraj capitalizes on the situation. Scores a boundary for Tricity Eagles. Tricity Eagles at 11 at no loss at the end of 2 overs. Third over. Oh, hits it over the top. Over the third man to a boundary. The first ball of the over. Anand Somashekaran. Anand Somashekaran concedes a boundary. Tricity Eagles batsmen are settling down. Amur Falcons have to find a break here. They need a breakthrough. They need to get some wickets. They are trying to do exactly that to stop this forward movement by Tricity Eagles. Tricity Eagles batsmen are sensible and trying to play to the game right now. A beautiful piece of batting. Placed it beautifully into the third man for a single. Taking easy singles and trying to play sensibly between the 30-yard circle. Tries to hit it over the top. Plays it comfortably. Goes for a boundary at the deep cover. 100% effort from the field over there trying to get it. Unfortunately goes past him to the boundary. Sriraj and Dekab Devasi playing it secure, playing it safe and controlled. For Tri-City Eagles, they have this task ahead to keep the scoreboard ticking. Oh, what a beautiful piece of bowling. Bowl, it's a low full toss directly on the stems, base of the stems. Beautiful bowl by Anand Somshekhar finds a break for Amur Falcons. The first wicket for Amur Falcons. Tricity Eagles loses their first wicket. Sriraj R departs. Dennis. Dennis onto the field.
.22 now for Tricity Eagles. Newman and his Dennis. Short ball. He edges it, but couldn't get past the fielder at short third. I think it is Silesh. So 3 overs done now. The score is 22 for 1. Silesh back into the attack for Amur Falcons. It's a good hit, but straight to the fielder will be a dot ball. So the required run rate is 11.6 now. And Tri-City will look to take maximum advantage of the power play. Inside edge onto the pads. Another dot ball. So 2 dot balls in a row now by Silesh. It's a player who bowls with some pace. Pitched up. This time he connects, and that's in the gap. Beautiful cover drive there from the bat of Jacob Devesey. 2 dot balls, and he's come back with a beautiful cover drive. An elegant shot from Jacob Devesey. Sailesh will not mind that because 4 runs is what he has conceded in the first 3 balls. Short ball. This time that's picked up and straight out of the ground to the Rajagiri building. This is the power that Jacob Devesey possesses. He will not mind the dot balls in between because he knows he can put it away. That is some shot, an international level quality there in that shot. That's gone huge out of the park. We'll need new balls now. The ball is back. Traveled a long way. Jacob Devesey 6 there. So first 2 dot balls, we thought the batter was under pressure, but it's come back with 10 of the next 2. And again, this time through the offside, he's helped that ball over the cover region for another boundary. So 14 he has scored in this 3 balls, and as I said, the Tricity Eagles, they've taken part 36 now. The final ball of the 4th over coming. Pitched up. This up in there should be taken, and it is. So Sailesh has the final laugh as he takes the crucial wicket of Jacob. He's conceded a bit of extra runs this over, but he has come back and taken a crucial wicket here. So 36 for 2 it will be, and we are 4 overs done. Priyat into the attack for Amur Falcons. The new batter in his Gisto was the wicket keeper for Tricity. Had done some beautiful stumpings. Can he do something with the bat? So 2 new batters in crease for Tricity. Goes for the big heave. Couldn't connect. So Priyat starts with the dot ball. This time pitched up, hit straight back. Will still be a single, and Dennis will get off at the mark with that shot. Sam gets the connection he wants. And it'll still be a single. So just also off his mark now. What Tricity Eagle will need is some big partnerships if they want to chase down this target put by Amur Falcons. This time he hit it up in the air, straight to the fielder. Will this be taken? And it is. So Priyat gets his first wicket, and that is curtains for Dennis. So Tricity now 3 wickets down. It's well bowled again. So dot to finish. 5 overs done now. 38 for 3. That is well played there from Gisto. Still be a single. Goes for the expansive drive again. Couldn't connect. This time he connects straight to the fielder. There's a good connection there from Suthi. That's well bowled. Quick single. That is very good running there from Sudhi. Sneaks in a single. Straight to the fielder. Again a quick single. Sneaked in. There's good running there from Tricity Eagles. That is well fielded there from Akash. He is a gun fielder and they put him in the important position. Full toss and he's put it straight to the long on fielder. We would like to welcome Kiran of TCS to the turn pavilion. Thank you, Kiran, for coming in. Straight to the cover fielder, but that's slight misfield and Gisto will sneak in a single. Trademark shot there from Sudhi, but straight into the hands of Akshay. That is a crucial wicket there. And Tri-City Eagles loses their 4th wicket now as Sudhi is walking back to the pavilion. Amur Falcons is putting on some pressure here. The required run rate is at 13. And the current is going at 6.5. So 44 for 4 as Manu Baby walks into the middle for Tricity Eagles.
Manu Baby into the attack for Tricity Eagles. Priyanth against Manu Baby. Hits it to the long on for a single. Tricity Eagles are actually struggling in this game, running at 6.77 run rate. The required run rate is around 13.04 runs. Tricity Eagles has already lost 4 wickets into this match, and they need 150 runs in 69 balls. Manu Baby on strike. Just on strike. Priyanth against Jisto. End of the 6th over, 7th over. The end of 7 overs. Tri-City Eagles is at 45 at the loss of 4 wickets. Giri brought into the attack. Right hand spinner pulled it over the mid wicket, for a maximum. What a beautiful shot that was. This was a fantastic shot over the mid wicket, and the Tri-City Eagles batsmen need to settle down. They need to be able to settle down and play a sensible long innings. They have to build a partnership here. They've already lost 4 wickets. Giri into the attack once again. A beautiful ball. Spun it really well. Gisto. Giri against Gisto. 3 balls into the over. Oh, beautiful shot that was. That was an amazing shot. Finds all the way. Goes to the boundary. Over the square leg. Between square leg and mid wicket, he finds a boundary. That was a beautiful shot by Gisto. Hits Giri to a boundary. They need to find these constant boundaries here and there and keep the keep the scorecard ticking. And they should maintain those wickets. What they have. They cannot lose any more wickets at this stage. Oh, that goes up in the air. Safely lands on with the fielder at the cover. Gisto gets dismissed by Giri. The batsmen need to be able to control the emotions at this point. What Tricity Eagles need is a long, steady partnership between its batters at this point. They have already lost 5 wickets into this match. 56 for 5 at 7 overs, 5 balls. Satish Nair into the attack for Tricity Eagles. Satish Nair facing Giri. Satish packs a punch with average of 22 runs in his career so far. Punched it. Punched it towards the cover and took a single. That's what the Tricity Eagles team needs right now. They need to be able to keep the scorecard ticking without losing any more wickets at this point and slowly find more boundaries and sixes in the way. Even though there is a huge required run rate, I think staying there sensibly would be able to they would be able to reach that target. New bowler into the attack. Ajish Anirudhan into the attack. Another right arm medium bowler. A beautifully hit towards the cover. A beautiful drive, sensible play. Rotating the strike, trying to judge the ball, trying to judge the conditions. The batsmen are trying to control. Oh, a missed shot. It goes up in the air, lands safely. Lucky for the batsman, it lands safely away from the bowler. Could have been a nasty wicket. Manu Baby on strike. Gets an edge on that ball. Off it goes for 4 at the third man. A safe boundary at the third man for Manu Baby. You cannot complain to the bowler. That was a beautiful ball. It took an unnecessary edge. Oh, tried to hit it hard, mistimed it. Didn't go anywhere, went straight to the cover. Fielder at the cover. Satish dismissing the call for a run. Another swing and a miss, but again, off it goes for a boundary at the third man. Good bowling though, but the fielding setup seems not to favor the bowler at this point. Finds 2 boundaries in this over. Tricity Eagles were able to find a few extra runs in this over. Let's see how they will capitalize it. They have already lost 5 wickets into this match. It's halfway through this second innings. 9 overs already. Tricity Eagles are at 66 runs for 5 wickets. They need 128 runs in 54 balls, which makes the required run rate around 14.22. This format and these conditions need special strategy by the teams in order to adapt. Each batsman gets only 25 balls to score his runs, and they need to be able to rotate these batsmen to keep up the pace of the score. So batsmen will be in a mood where they want to hit and make maximum runs out of this 25 balls, but the trade-off is if they lose the wickets in that process, there are 18 overs and they have to make up with the rest of the wickets. It's an interesting format. The pitch. There's a pitch shuffle. Halfway through the second innings at 9 overs. Ajisha Nirudhan into the bowling attack. Sorry, Akash. Akash into the bowling attack. Slow left arm orthodox bowler. Akash goes for his second bowl against Satish. Oh, beautiful ball. Satish finding it difficult to adjust. Satish is taking his time to judge the ball well. He doesn't want to lose wickets. His team doesn't want his wicket lost at this point. He need to play sensibly. Takes a quick single. Make sure the strike rotates. Satish needs it. Tricity Eagles needs it. The team need to keep rotating. The strike need to keep the clock scorecard ticking and make sure they have enough boundaries in between. That's the strategy they should be following. They cannot afford to lose any more wickets at this point. Hits it hard. Over the top. All the way it goes. Over the long on for a maximum. This is exactly what the team needs. They need to keep rotating the strike, keep taking singles and doubles, and occasionally they should hit a few balls to the boundary. That should be the strategy. They cannot afford to lose wickets at this point. Let's see how the team approaches this format. Beautifully bowled. 4 balls into the over. Another swing and a miss. Tricity Eagles. 73 for 5 at the end of 10 overs. They need a couple of big overs here. Desperately looking for a couple of big overs. Only those big overs are going to help Tri-City Eagles at this point, because in order to cool down this required run rate of 15.13 runs, at this point they need a couple of big overs desperately. That hit really well. That was hit really well over the mid wicket for a maximum. That's what the team needs. They need more boundaries and maximums at this point. A couple of good overs for them will cool down their pressure a bit, put them back into the chances of winning this game. Another one. That's huge. Will it go all the way? Or is it going to be out? Oh, he misses the catch. That was a misfield. That was a misfield. Could have been terrible for Tri-City Eagles. Had it gone slightly ahead, they could have got a maximum. Unfortunately or fortunately, they just had to settle with 1 runs. And a beautiful drive towards the cover. Have to settle for a single. They need to stop the run rate climbing, the required run rate climbing to 16 at this point. They need a couple of big overs very desperately at this point. Without those couple of beautiful, high run rate overs, they will be struggling to complete this match successfully. Looks like Satish will have to depart. Tried to step outside for a big shot. He knows the team needs a couple of good overs right here at this time. And there's no other choice. There's no choice to wait. So he had to take the chances he got. And unfortunately, he has to depart. There are only certain things that you can do at certain stages of the game. And Sadish tried to do exactly that. But it was not successful, and he had to give away his wicket. Tri-City Eagles is at 82 for 6 wickets at the end of at 11.2 overs into this match. The required run rate keeps climbing. Currently it's at 16.8. And this is exactly what I was saying in the beginning. They need a couple of really good overs at this point to keep the required run rate below desirable number. Akash bring a beautiful spell out there. If you look at Akash bowling in a 1.3 overs, just 7 runs coming out of it and a wicket. when that that puts him in an economy of 4.67, and that's beautiful bowling from Akash. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. That was a beautiful shot, beautifully saved at the boundary. A beautiful cut shot. Could have got a four at the deep cover, deep point, and that was beautiful fielding. Akash has been a successful bowler for his team, beautifully completing his second spell. Last ball of his over. Tricity Eagles is at 84 at the loss of 6 wickets, and it's 12 overs already. And the required run rate keeps climbing. Right now, the required run rate is at 18.33 runs. 110 runs required in 36 balls. They badly need a couple of big overs here. Manu Baby on strike. Manu Baby has been playing a sensible game. 30 runs in 14 balls. Rotates the strike for Faisal. Jishnu M.A. with the ball here. Easy double for the team. A bottom edge, and the ball drifts back to the third man for between fine leg for 2 runs. And that's a wicket. Jishnu M.A. takes another wicket for Amur Falcons. Tricity Eagles loses another one. Tricity Eagles now at 87.7 runs in 12.3 overs. Team is really struggling at this point. The batsmen need to stay. They need to make sure they stay, they rotate, and they get occasional boundaries. Arun coming in to strike for Tri-City Eagles. New batsman. Jishnu against Arun. field and a single run. Hits it over the top. Is on in the air. Does it find boundary? Yes, it finds boundary. Manu Baby finds another boundary on long off. Manu Baby is a lone fighter for Tricity Eagles. Swept it and luckily there was a backup for the fielder. Shailesh was lucky that that didn't go all the way to the boundary. He had a backup over there. Mithun Baby had to settle with a single run on that ball. It's 13 overs already, and Tri-City Eagles is at 94 for 7 wickets. Akash in the attack. A few fielding mistakes has cost Amur Falcons a couple of runs here. Could have been tighter. Akash against Manu Baby. No expected bounce on that ball. Manu Baby was completely. Tries for a scoop, but it doesn't work. Tri-City Eagles is looking at a huge required run rate at this point. 23.5 runs required per over. Goes up in the air, doesn't find his distance, lands safely in front of the fielder at the mid-on. Manu Baby leading this attack for Tri-City from the front. He's at 39. Hits it really hard. Will it go for a maximum? Yes. 8 finds a boundary. It finds a boundary. Beautiful. Manu Baby has already handled 24 balls. It's going to be the upcoming ball is going to be his last ball. It's going to be trouble for Tricity Eagles. They have to replace Manu Baby after the next ball. It's trouble. A batsman who is controlled and settled. It's a it's a beautiful innings. A lone fighter. Manu Baby for Tri-City Eagles have to come back to the pavilion as per the 25 ball rule. He has to wait. He'll have to wait until the rest of the wickets falls to make another comeback. His innings has been the pillar today for Tri-City Eagles to reach 97 point for 7 wickets so far. A reliable batsman today. There goes Manu Baby. Sony Matthews replaces Manu Baby. Sony Matthews to the strike. Sony Matthews against Giri. Giri giving no time for Sony to settle down here. Arun Jacob rotates the strike. He has faced a couple of balls from Giri. And good decision. Sony Matthews on strike. The left-hand batsman. Sony Matthews against Giri. A fielding change for the left-hand batsman. Off the mark. With a block. End of the over. Giri bowls a wonderful over here. Sharad, the new batsman, brought in the bowler, hits him over 6. Arun Jacob hits Sharad over the mid wicket for a maximum. Another one, a huge 6 over the mid wicket once again for another maximum. Arun Jacob goes all in. There's no other choice for Tricity Eagles right now than attacking. Another one back to back. Is it a maximum or is it a boundary? It's a boundary. It's a boundary. Beautifully hit over the mid off and a boundary at the long off. Beautiful shot. Arun Jacob is trying to do his part. Another swing. Beautiful comeback for Sharad K. That was a beautiful ball. Full length delivery. Moving towards the offside. Another swing towards the long off. That will give him a single runs. Snatched it at the boundary line. Saved 3 runs in that process. Amur Falcons fielders have done a wonderful job on that ball, trying to save wickets in the deep point. It's 16 overs already. Tricity Eagles is at 121 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. The required run rate here at this point is 36.5. With all legal deliveries, there's no chance that Amur Falcons can lose this match at this point. That's the situation. Couple of illegal deliveries and a miracle from the batsman of Tri-City Eagles. This match could change its course, but legal deliveries will let Amur Falcons clutch its easy first victory in this tournament. Shangar coming in as a new batter for Tri-City Eagles. There's no room for a dot ball. There's no room for a boundary. There's no room for singles, doubles. 36 runs required per over. Cut it towards the deep point for a single. A sweep. And there goes umpire's call. It's an out. A wicket. Eighth wicket falls down. Tricity Eagles loses its ninth wicket. Manu Baby, the star batsman of Tricity Eagles, has to come back once again. This is the last wicket for Tricity Eagles. This match is beyond victory for Tricity Eagles, but at least Manu Baby can have his half century in this match. That's at least, that should be possible. I'm hoping Manu Baby gets his half century. He deserves it. He was a lone fighter for Tricity Eagles in this match. A single. It was a long off. Try to hit it flat. Let's have to settle with a single run. Tri-City Eagles. Quick hands behind the wicket by the wicket keeper. The end of 17 overs. They cannot be all out. They have to stay there. They're working with the last wicket here. Tri-City Eagles just got one more wicket. They have to save it this over. That will save some of the run rate for them. Manu Baby, no, don't. There's nothing at this point Tri-City Eagles can do, but they have to save their last wicket to secure the proper run rate. Hit it straight to the long on for a single. Manu Baby. I was hoping to see a half century for Manu Baby here today. Another single at the covers. The team is determined to not lose another wicket. Oh, tries to hit it straight, but over the top of the bat, didn't carry enough punch into that shot. Have to settle for a single. Manu Baby is at 47. An easy drive to the cover. Manu Baby at 47, two more balls. Will he get his half century? Manu Baby hits it for 4. The half century. The lone fighter for Tri-City Eagles secures his deserved 50 runs in this tournament. The second 50 of turn season 1. Manu Baby. And that was the last bowl of the match between Amur Falcons and Tricity Eagles. Amur Falcons securing the victory. Amur Falcons wins by 59 runs in this first match of Turn Season 1, presented by Crick-It, sponsored by Meridian and Golden Cube. And that, my friends, is the first match, the end of the first match between Amur Falcons and Tricity Eagles. Tricity Eagles had won the toss for this match and they had elected to bowl first. But Falcons had another plan. They scored 193 for 9 wickets at the end of 18 overs. And Tricity Eagles could chase